Hello everyone, welcome to 3 hard geometry, lines, angles, and triangles problems. Beginning with question 1, I'll give you a chance to answer it on your own. I'll start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, in the figure, LQ, here to here, intersects MP at point R. LM is parallel to PQ. To denote that, we usually do a small arrow. The lengths of MR, LR, and RP are 6, 7, and 11. So that's 6, 7, and 11. And then what is the length of LQ? So LQ would be equal to 7 plus whatever this is, we'll call it X. So LQ is equal to 7X, so we just need to find X. And then we can find LQ pretty easily. And to do that, what we can see is that if you know that opposite angles here are equal, if they're on a line like so, and they're intersecting, then the ones across are equal, like the angle here and the angle here. These are also equal. We also know that since this is a parallel line here, parallel to here, the opposite interior angle is equal. So that's a really important thing to know on the SAT. If you have two parallel lines, then this angle right here is equal to this angle here. In this situation, we know that this angle here would be equal to this angle here. And then, of course, if you know two angles in a triangle, you do 180 minus both of them to get the last one. And that would be the same, of course, in this. And similar triangles, now we have two similar triangles. Similar triangles are triangles that have the same exact angle measures, but not necessarily the same side lengths. With similar triangles, you can have the exact same angles, and the sides are proportional to each other. So if you have two triangles that are similar, and this side length is half of this side length, then this side length is half of this side length. And this one is half this one, and this one is half of this one. And we know that only if we know that they're similar and that one of them correlates. So I'm just going to take these two triangles, the two similar ones here, and put them in these two. So for the first one, I'll call this R, I'll call this Q, and I'll call this P, I'll call this R. So for R we have 1 mark, for Q we have 3 marks, and for P we have 2 marks, and we know that this is X, and we know that this is 11. Now for this one, we know that L is here, because it's the one with 3 marks, and M is here, because it has 2, and this has 1. That way these line up, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3. And we also know that this would be 6, this would be 7. Knowing that these are proportional, we can see we can do 11 over 6. 11 over 6 would equal 1.83. So this value here multiplied by 6 equals 11. This value here multiplied by 7 equals X. So that's what we can do, which would be 12.83 repeating. So we know that X equals 12.83 repeating. That's awesome. But we need to find LQ, which would be 7 plus X, which would be 19.83 repeating. And that would be LQ, so that would be the answer. And you can see none of these are quite in the right form, but if we plug each of these into the calculator, all you gotta do is just over 11, nope, 77 over 6, nope, that would be just X, 113 over 6, not quite, 119/6. Hopefully this works. Yep, 19.83 repeating, just like we found. The answer would be D. Okay, time to move on to the next question. We have question 2, and I'll start in 3, 2, 1. In the figure, AC is equal to CD, so we know that this and this tick mark goes from all the way to C to A. And those let you know that they're equal. EBC, EBC, you look at the B, is 45, and ACD is 104. What is the value of X? What we know here is that angles on a line add up to 180 total. And so we can do right here 180 minus 104 to get whatever's in here. 76. So we know that this is equal to 76. And then inside a triangle adds up to 180, so we can do 180 minus 76 minus 45 to get 59 right here. Kind of fast there, just subtracted those two, we get 59. And then once again on the same line, we can do 180 minus 59 to get 121, which should be the value here. We're getting close. We also know that to find this angle right here, 59 would be an opposite angle. So to find X, if we just find the value here, we can do 180 minus 59 minus that value is equal to X. Now, to find this value, we can see that this big triangle here, CD to A, is an isosceles triangle. Because these two are the same, it means that this and this are the same. And we know that this is 104. So what we can tell is that if this and this are the same, whatever is left over after 104, so if we do 180 minus 104 again, 76, it means these two together are 76. And since they're the same, we can just do 76 over 2, which would be 38. So we know that both of these are 38. And so we know that this angle here, 38, 38. And if we find X, we can do 180 minus 59 minus 38 would be 83. 83, and that would be the final answer. Moving on to the final question, question 3. I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay, in the figure above, M to Q, N to R intersect at P. As we can see, NP is equal to QP. It's good to know. We also know that MP is equal to PR. Add some marks there. And we want to find QMR. So QMR. And we can ignore that right now. So to find this, we can see that, let's see here, we could find that these are opposite, so that would be 60. And we also know that since these two triangles, here and here, are going to be equal, actually, because this side is equal to this side is equal to that side, and that angle is equal to that angle, which would be a side angle side congruence, so that we know that if this is 70, this is going to be 70. And of course, do 180 minus 70 minus 60, was that it? Yeah, it would be 50. So this is 50, and this is 50. We also know that this is a line, and we can do 180 minus 60, which would be 120 here. And then look what we've got here. We have got another isosceles triangle. They seem to like them. And so that would be MPR here. MPR. And we know that this is 120 up top. And then once again, we know this and this are equal. And so what we have left over is 60 divided by 2 equals 30. We know that this is 30 and this is 30. So our angle we were looking for, QMR, would be equal to 30 degrees. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Leave me a comment on what you want to see next. And see you later.